This video is about types of anger management. We commonly summarize these as the three types of anger management. The three types of anger management have been, of course, studied by professionals and as well as research centers. The three great categories are repressed anger, vented anger, and controlled anger. What are the differences and what are the impacts of these? Let's start with repressed anger. Repressed anger is keeping in your anger about something, about someone else's words or behavior, by fear either of losing control or of yourself or of the situation, fear of hurting, fear of a breakup of an important relationship. Repressing anger is often inherited. It's a model that we've been exposed to either by society or within our family. The impacts are important. It can turn into, well, what some say inner poison. That is, it will eventually modify your emotion, your emotional state. It can bring on health issues like ulcers, tension that are difficult to get rid of, depression, anxiety. So repressed anger might also, over time, explode. That is, that having been controlled for so long, an event, a situation will trigger an outburst which you will regret and end up maybe turning against you. Vented anger, often named violence, is a behavior that sometimes we learn at a very early age. It could be two things, often emotional release from frustration, and sometimes a learned behavior. That is, you accumulate tension, you accumulate frustration, and you let go consciously of it, knowing that sometimes you get rewards from this situation, from letting go. You get payoffs. Of course, venting anger momentarily reduces your tension. It will give you the illusion of having power over a situation or even a person. But vented repeatedly, it causes a cycle of violence which eventually will make you lose either trust, either the relationship with the other person, whether it is a partner, a friend, or your kids. Finally, what is controlled anger? Well, controlled anger is not repressed anger. It's about expressing in a proper way at a proper moment with the other in front of us, available to hear our concern, to hear our frustration. It allows you to choose how and when it's appropriate to express it and the way to express it. Thus, you respect yourself, but you can also make yourself respected because other person will understand that you could have been out of hand, but you've been able to master yourself, to clearly state your needs, your limits, and to voice them to the other. The impact is that it brings you closer to other person. It gets you also a better chance of getting satisfaction or at least understanding of your needs and your request. In contact with our anger, we have the power to change and to adjust to situations. Finally, here's a little exercise about your type of anger management. Repressed anger. Do you sometimes adopt that posture? In which context? With whom? What are the outcomes, the impacts? It's important because you might see that in different areas of your life you have different styles of anger management. Repressed anger might be one of them. Vented anger. Do you sometimes adopt this posture? In which context? Maybe you shouldn't do it at work because you fear being fired, but do you let yourself go with kids? Do you let yourself go with your family? So with whom? What are the outcomes? What are the impacts? Have you checked with the other whatever they felt, whatever they've been through after you had this vented anger episode? It's important. And finally, are there areas where you can manage well your anger, where you can tame it properly when it's appropriate, and when you can structure your point of view and then use this energy in a positive way to get answers to your needs, to get answers to your concerns? In which context, with whom, and what were the outcomes and impacts if you were able to manage properly any emotion of anger arising in you? Finally, you could check as to what could be a change of posture in some contexts and with some person.